sleep. Morning anxiety. It's always super crazy, man. I didn't used to get morning anxiety. I do now. I did used to. Sorry, let me rephrase. I used to get morning anxiety years ago. Um, but I haven't got it in a while. I've always had the other anxiety, the everything else, the ebbs and flows, the sucky anxiety, being scared. We've already went through all that. But recently, those morning anxieties have flared up in a different way, though. I used to wake up heart beating, rapid beating. I used to get that kind of morning anxiety, but I had my heart used to beat like that all the time because I had many panic attacks, right? But now I wake up and I just get a fluttering. That's it. You get those chest flutters, and you always get the sensation because when you wake up in the morning, cortisol wakes you up, right? You once again that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cortisol that we all love, especially when our adrenaline's pumping and we're just sitting down playing a nice, easy game of what is it, Stardew Valley. We're just making a farm. We're living it up, and our hearts and our adrenaline's just going through our bodies like we just ran a half marathon. I'll say this. What's been helping me go to sleep without anxiety, which I've just made a video not too long ago talk about sleep anxiety. It's actually gotten better because I actually stay up the entire 16 hours of my day. See, what I used to do is I used to stay awake for 12 hours and then I would go to bed. Well, that gives you really bad anxiety because you sit around for a long time trying to fall asleep. And so you have a lot more time to hear your heart just going boo 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 in your eardrums when you're laying down, and you have all those intrusive thoughts. But I've noticed if I just stay up the entire 16 hours, by the time I lay my head down, I'm probably sleep within about 5 minutes because I'm tired. You know, I work out, and so by the time I get to bed, I'm tired for the day. Um, so if I could give any advice on that, I would just say that don't try to avoid the anxiety by going to bed early. That used to get me really bad too. Before, I used to go to bed even earlier than that. I used to be awake like 10 hours, and I would sit in bed for like 5 hours trying to go to sleep. Anxiety just ripping through my body. It sucked, dude. It really sucks. But now I get morning anxiety, and yes, this is new flare ups to me. I never had chest flutters, and so now I have gone back to doing what I should never do, what you should never do. Wake up and start doom scrolling. I've been doing it because I'm not used to these chest flutters, so I try to get my mind off of it. And it sucks, man. I'd rather just get through it. Sometimes they say getting up, moving around, and sometimes guys I do those kind of things, but sometimes I like to face it. And I haven't been doing a good job here lately, but I like to face my morning anxiety now. Like I'm gonna try to face it here after this video. Um, because I noticed one thing with anxiety that it's kind of a beautiful thing, but really sucks. If you do not face it, if you do not face it, it will continue to get worse. Anxiety is based off a lot of fear, and if you just avoid fear at all costs, that ain't gonna work. It never works, right? That's what keeps people. Some people who have panic attacks, the reason they continue to have panic attacks because they just never face it. I'm not here to say that some people's panic attacks aren't worse than others, but I can tell you from the people I've met that have panic attacks like I did, the one thing we all agreed upon, and even if you read some books, you gotta face it. So what I used to do, and I ain't gonna go over this all again, but I want to use the same tactic I'm gonna use for morning anxiety. Just sit there and take it. I used to just close my eyes and just let that panic attack just come on. And I tell myself, man, what's gonna happen is gonna happen, bro. Same thing with morning anxiety. Excuse me. You can tell your boy's tired, man. Your boy's tired. Those morning anxieties keep me up because I can't get back to bed, right? So sometimes I might wake up a couple hours early and I can't go back to bed, so it really makes me tired. And so I'm suffering right now. I'm suffering right now. Hopefully, I can continue to just keep facing my problems because they're never gonna go away. Unless I just face them.